Well, my brakes are crying, so I'm gonna replace the brake pads right now, and hopefully if I have enough time, I can also spray paint the calipers red because I'm a gigantic ricer, but I think it'll look nice. Okay, I got it jacked up, so now I just gotta take the wheels off of the car, and then I can hopefully replace the brake pads, and everything will be fine. Hell yeah. Okay, well, I tried to get one of the guide pins loose, but I can't muster the strength to do it, so I gotta go to my neighbor's house and see if he has a breaker bar adapter, because my dumbass bought a breaker bar, but I didn't know that I needed an adapter for it, so yeah, everything's going great, I guess. Well, it took me way longer than it should have, but I finally got the new pads onto the rotor, and the reason it took so long was because this bolt right here, this fucking bolt, it was stuck. Like, it was seriously like fucking stuck onto this little rubber boot right here. So yeah, so my neighbor had to give me one of these sockets, and it basically just fit over the bolt and sort of like dug it out, because we were trying to get it off and then the bolt ended up rounding, so that was the only way that we could get it off. And hopefully the other bolts really aren't that hard to get off, but it's already like 4 something, so I'm losing daylight. I don't think I'm gonna be able to paint my calipers tonight, so I think I'm gonna just have to do it tomorrow and hope for the best. I swear I learn a new thing about this car every fucking day. So the bolts, the guide pins on the other side were 14 millimeters, right? But the ones on this side are 12 millimeters. Like, I don't know why they're different sizes, but they are. And these ones are much easier to get off than the ones on the other side. So that's it's bittersweet, I guess. But yeah, like, let's see if I can get it on. Oh, that's the wrong pin. Whoops. Anyway. Okay, so I got it on, and look at that. Look. It's just, it's coming right off. This is bullshit. I went through all that trouble on the other side. For these fucking guide pins, and then this one just comes right off. Like, I don't know whose idea that was to use different size bolts, but whatever, my car is an enigma. Okay, well, these are my old brake pads, and these are my new ones. And the new ones, they're pretty, they're nice and black, just like me, kinda. But anyway, yeah, these ones are new, but if you look at the front ones, my old front ones really weren't that worn at all. But I mean, they were cracked, so I guess it's probably time to change them anyway. But look, they still, like, if you'd focus, come on. Anyway, yeah, they've still got, like, a good amount of brake material left. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but yeah, they still got a good amount left, so I'm thinking it was the back wheels that were... Oh Christ, I need to wash my car. Anyway, yeah, I think it was the back wheels that were squeaking, so... But whatever, that's a job for another day. Okay, I got the caliper back on, and the entire process of unbolting it and compressing the piston and replacing the pads and everything, that took probably, I don't know, like 4 minutes, maybe, compared to the other side, which took closer to an hour, and I still gotta get new rotors, because these are just fucking gnarly, but I'm not gonna worry about those right now. I'm just glad that I changed my pads. That sounded weird. Okay, I finally got the wheels on, and it took me like 2.5 hours longer than it should have to do the whole thing, but I don't care. I did it, and I'm proud. So, now it's time to break in the brakes. I guess that was a pun. And hopefully everything works fine and I didn't totally just fuck up my whole brake system somehow. Well, I just woke up and I have to go back to AutoZone today to get some rear brake pads because my rear ones were the ones that were squeaking apparently and not the front ones. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, let's just get this over with. Alright, I just got the brake pads. I cheaped out and got Duralast because I guess I just fucking hate myself. But yeah, it's sprinkling a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much while I'm working on them. That would suck. Well, it started raining and I figured out how to get the caliper off. It's just super stuck to the rotor, so I've been hammering it and I've almost gotten it off, so hopefully this doesn't take any longer. Okay, well, it started pouring out of fucking nowhere, so I had to come inside for a couple minutes. I covered my rotors with towels because I didn't want a bunch of rainwater getting onto them and shit. So yeah, I almost got that caliper off, and then that's when it started raining. It was raining super hard and it was all windy and shit. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get the caliper off, and I swear this better not take any longer than it already has. Okay, I finally got this bastard loose. So there's a fucking brake pad that was screaming. The brake pad was sitting against the rotor and I had to take this hammer and like pry it off, but it's finally loose. So I swear, if the other side takes as long as this side did, I might actually cry. Well, my dumbass didn't know that you need an actual special tool to compress the rear brake piston, so I gotta hop in this fucking minivan that handles like a goddamn sponge on wheels, and I have to go to AutoZone and I have to spend $15 on a fucking tool that I didn't know that I needed before, so that's ass. Okay, I just got out of AutoZone and I got this little bastard, and hopefully it fits on my caliper and everything works fine and I won't have to keep stressing out over my rear brake piston anymore, because these brakes really shouldn't be that hard to fix. I mean, I know I've never worked on cars before, but honestly, it really shouldn't be that hard of a job. This is bullshit. But hey, the minivan has a manual mode, so that's pretty fun. Alright, let me tell you about some bullshit. So, I got the caliper off last night, or yesterday, and I needed to compress this piston inside of it, so I tried doing that, and it wouldn't compress. And then I found out that you had to get one of these little cubes, so I went to AutoZone, and I got one of those cubes, and then I put it on the ratchet, put it onto a piston, and I tried to compress it, but it still wouldn't compress. I got it to spin completely freely, but it wouldn't compress at all. And I tried to compress it for probably a half hour at least, and then I thought, okay, you know what, fuck it, it's not gonna compress, I'm just gonna put my old shit back on and then put everything back together so I can at least drive it when I need to, because I have school and shit this week. So I thought, okay, I'll just drive it until I have the time to fix it. So I tried to put the caliper back on, I put the pads back in, then I tried to put the caliper back on, but the holes wouldn't line up for the guide pins. I couldn't get these to line up at all. And I tried everything. I tried pushing the caliper, I tried like pushing it up and getting it to line up, I tried like hammering it onto the rotor, but that wasn't working. And the caliper was fitting loosely, which doesn't make sense at all. So I thought, okay, what the fuck did I just do? So by that time it was nighttime, it was getting cold, it was windy. I thought, okay, screw it, I give up, I'll just do it again tomorrow. So I go inside, and then I figure out that they're sort of like guide nubs, I guess, on the inner brake pad, and the piston has a little like plus or a little cross embedded into it, and that's supposed to line up with the little nubs on the caliper, or on the brake pad, and then that's how it all stays together. So I thought, okay, wow, I feel stupid now. So today's the next day. I come outside, I twist the piston a little bit, and then I get everything to line up, and I get it all back together within like 5 minutes. So yeah, that was, I mean, I'm just glad it's all together. Finally, I'm probably just gonna take it to a place to get my brakes done. Like, I don't want to admit defeat, but I'm so over this. So yeah, I got the wheels back out, because I put them in my garage overnight. But yeah, I got the wheels back out, so I'm just gonna put them on and then test the brakes and not worry about this for a little bit. Look, I didn't even put the new brake pads in, because I still have all 4 of them. I didn't even put them in. And I didn't even try to take apart the other brake caliper, because I didn't want to deal with that bullshit either. So I'm gonna just put the wheels on, and hopefully my brakes don't crap out. Hi guys. She's mint. It works. I actually didn't break my car. Hell yeah.